Hey everybody, how's it going? Whoop, whoop, whoop. How's it going? Hey Jose, Michael Fox Salad, Chris, Boy Pole, Thomas. How's it going, man? Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. If you don't live here in the United States, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I hope that your day is going wonderful. Happy America Day. Happy America Day. What we got? We got 4 people in here. We lost a couple already. So where is everybody from? Where is everybody from? We'll get started here in a second. We'll let some people mosey in here. We're up to 6 now. Where's everybody from? Antonio's here from Portugal. Just saw that, I'm sorry. Good, Chris, good. Good, good. All right, we're up to, whoop. We gain 2, we lose 2. I wonder if the bot boys are already at it, reporting the video. Ireland. Well, can't say top of the morning to you because it's like almost the end of the evening. How so un-American? Get back on the stream. Venezuela, Independence Day tomorrow. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Over in Norway, but UK citizen. Very cool. Are you there on work in Norway or just checking out the bikini team? All right. Well, tell you what, we're up to 8, so let's go ahead and do the disclaimer and we'll go ahead and get started. Hey, if at any time there is a lag, it just means that my OBS blew out. I'll try to reboot it and get back in here. It hadn't happened in a while, but that's exactly why I bring it up now. So here, we'll do the disclaimer and then we'll get started. Morning, Carlos. How are you, my brother? How are you? Happy 4th to everybody. Y'all remember, man, freedom isn't free. Eat your vegetables. Eat dessert first. Wear clean underwear. Overtip your waitresses. British Columbia. Yeah, I've been here for 5 years. Very cool. Very cool. Awesome. And that Rolling Stone gathers nothing in the bush or some shit like that. All right, here, let's do this and then let's get started.
That's it? You had $1 million. You'd do 2 chicks at the same time?
Damn straight. I always wanted to do that, man. I think if I were a millionaire, I could hook that up, too, because chicks dig dudes with money.
Money, 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 money. I'm rolling in the money, 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 money. I get that fast money in a I get that fast money in a money, 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 money. I'm rolling in the
All right, gonna try to experiment with some different things here in how to present information during the stream. So there may be some fumbles. I'm trying to find the easiest idiot-proof way to do it. Happy Independence Day to you too, my brother. Happy Independence Day to you. So, where to start? Where to start? We'll do some altcoin requests and stuff at the very end, if that's all right with you guys. There's a couple of things that I wanted to cover with you. One of them is to follow me over on Twitter because I don't do videos all the time. But a lot of times we'll post stuff here that's pretty important. At Scotty P 1063. A lot of this information I get from you guys in the Telegram group, but a lot of the news we're going to talk about here today is going to be right off this, and we're going to try to see what flows the best. So we will see. So let me check what you guys are saying, and we'll go ahead and jump into it real quick. Hodling Finance Mint. I don't know. Hey, before I know there's a 20-second delay, but before I get too far into this, how is the music volume to the microphone volume? Do I need to take the music down? Here, I know y'all want to see this. I'll wait and get a response on this, and then we'll jump into it. Somebody asked me the other day why I call Alex Miss Alex most of the time, and that's because we've been friends since our kids were little. And she's always been Miss Alex whenever I was talking to the kids. I don't know why, here all these years later. All right, volume's good? All right, well, let's jump into it. All right, so a couple of months ago, I had told y'all about this pirate chain, and I was going in, and I went in, and hey, made pretty decent gains on it. But some of the money that I put in was for a buddy of mine. And there's not very much volume on that exchange. Happy 4th to you too, and thank you to all you guys for letting me know on the sound. Hey Doobie, how are you, my brother? Now, I had never used GraviX except back in my masternode days, and until I was shutting down a set of masternodes altogether, the exchanges that I made on there were, small in comparison. I can't get my buddy's pirate chain, his R. I can't get them off the exchange. Now they always, there was an update on the wallet several months ago now, but they want to keep saying that's why that you can't do a withdrawal here almost 2 months later. It is what it is, and it was pretty evident after the first couple of weeks. It's a fractional reserve thing going on, and they got caught with their pants down when pirate chain was down around $2, but when it got up to like $13, when it got up to $17, $17, all of a sudden you couldn't get your tokens. So it's obvious that, and every response is there was a wallet upgrade and we can't really. It took this boomer 4 minutes to upload the what they call it, bootstrap. This boomer can do it, and your team of technicians can't? Bullshit. You made money on it, give us our coins back, and then let's go on. And that bothers me a lot. But what also bothers me is that the pirate chain team, is aware of the problem. And they've been quiet for some frickin' reason. Don't understand why, but they've been quiet on it. I'm not saying that they're complicit on the whole deal. I'm saying that they don't give a shit, and that bothers me. because I haven't seen them once publicly, like on Twitter, call these lying, thieving sons of guns out. So anyway, be careful. It's a good token. It's a good coin. It's a good project. This is just a crappy exchange. Hey, Alex, where in Southern Texas? Are you down in Rio, if I remember correctly? McAllen area? I was going to show this again. Actually, I'm going to show this off again. Didn't Full Metal Magdalene do just an incredible job on this? Just an incredible job. She's a great artist. Yeah, great artist. All I asked her to do is kind of make it keep on trucking, blacklight, 70s, meets Alice in Wonderland type. And I love her because, well, she knows what I like. And she knows I'm a leg and a butt fan. And she threw the boobs in for free. So, McAllen. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. All right. So what else? Let's get on screen capture. What else we got? What else we got? I'm all over the place here today, guys, and I'm going to apologize for that. Talked about R. Let's go to Twitter, because there were a couple of things on here I wanted to show you. Were you guys talking about anything yet? Didn't she do a good job, Malcolm? She just really did. I'm just pleased and as anything, prouder than hell of that. All right, so one of the things I wanted to talk to you about was this story. State Street Bank launches a cryptocurrency division. And it's going to evolve into a multi-asset platform. And this is on Yahoo Finance. And they oversee about 40 trillion in assets, which is pretty awesome. However, guys, institutional buyers are also institutional sellers. They're institutional sellers. And as soon as those same charts that everybody else looks at says, all right, this bull run is over, they're going to be shorting their asses off. And they've got, what did we just say, 40 trillion? 40 trillion in assets. So that's bullish for now. That's bullish for now. But don't fall into the idea that, institutional money is here. And this bear drop, we're not going to see a bear drop. And I'm scrolling looking for something specific here. Everybody's asking, what are the markets going to do? My opinion hasn't changed. My opinion hasn't changed at all. I think if we were going to see a real quick recovery, I think we'd have seen that Veen recovery and we'd already be there. We're starting to see some good action with some altcoins. But keep in mind, man, for this whole charting thing, and I'm not a chart guy, a lot of you guys are. I'm a people watcher. And what I see on crypto Twitter, I see that people aren't freaking out enough yet. I don't think this is the bounce back. I don't think this is the bounce back. Too many people are still way too kickback, way too, it's gonna bounce. It's gonna bounce, and I'm not worried about it. And we don't have enough people freaking out yet for me to believe that this is the bounce back. I mean, today specifically, it's the weekend. It's a U.S. holiday, and historically, Bitcoin has never, ever had a change of direction that started on the weekend. Ever. Ever. It's never happened. It's continued and had big moves in one way or another, but it's never changed directions on a weekend. Keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. So, let's see if this works. So, if you remember in 2018 and even 2019, when it got down to 6,000, and then there was a period, I want to say it was at least 2 weeks. It might have been longer, but I'm pretty sure it was at least 2 weeks. And I don't think it moved $28 Bitcoin. I don't think it moved $28 one way or the other. It was so tight. It was so tight. And everybody was trying to find reasons why it was doing this or doing that and making bets. And it was and during this time, before it crashed down under 4,000, when everybody was saying, it'll never go below 6,000, it'll never go below 6,000, it wasn't the drop that made people freak out. It was the length of how long it took before the drop started. I remember even Tyler, he might have shown it or talked about it in a video. I think it was on Twitter. It might have, and I think he shared it in the Telegram group as well. But his tweet said, all right, Bitcoin, if we're going down, let's go down and let's get on with it. Let's get on with it. And that just ain't how it works, right?
No, Edith. If you're going to have a change of life, you got to do it right now. I'm going to give you just 30 seconds. Now, come on, Jay.
Doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. And actually, hang on, let me do this now.
I always wanted to do that, man. I think if I were a millionaire, I could hook that up, too, because chicks dig dudes.
I think I can make this where... I'll just do it here where I don't have to worry about that intro anymore. But it's going to be a while, guys. It's going to be a while. Don't be thinking that every time that it moves $1,000 or even $2,000, if we go up to 40,000, that means this is over. I don't think it's over. I think we got about 6 weeks left of this. Because people aren't screaming yet. But that's my opinion. All right, let's come over here and see what you guys are talking about. Whoops. Let me add this. All right. So there. Now I can see your comment. Well, you can see your comments. Or the people that watch it until the comments show up a couple of days later. Hey, Dr. Ed, we're actually going to talk a little Ohm today. We're going to talk a little bit of Ohm today. Let's see. I was lucky I just staked and let it go. Do you know, I've done my own little hybrid 3-3, where I took it all out and sold it here. When it dropped down to like 200, I bought back in, but bought twice as much, and then kind of 3-3'd for a while, and then was taking out profits every Saturday. And I've kind of tinkered with my own little formula. And I'm going to share with you something here in a second that I think you'll dig. Let's see. Watch it drop. Yeah, it'll drop tonight. I mean, I assume that CMEs on the previous Labor Day and on Memorial Day, they started trading on Sunday as well. Where can you get crypto and Archie Bunker? Where can you get it? For all you young bucks, man, that was a show back in the 70s, All in the Family. For its time, so cutting edge and talking about topics that wouldn't be talked about. Yeah, I get separation anxiety as well. But I'll show you that ohm thing here in a little bit. Let me see what else we were going to talk about. All right. But yeah, again, it was the length of how long that those drops took that made people freak out. So we're not there yet. All right, so we're on day 152 now of where the hell is that pull together Coinbase listing. Day 152 now. But here's my opinion. I still think that the general attitude is way too peppy, it's almost time for the next run-up. It's way too calm. I think that we still need an influx of real fear, real pain, real screaming, real gnashing of teeth, but before we're ready for the real move upwards. But again, what the heck do I know? I'm just as full of shit as everybody else. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw this or not. On the last video that I did, this one here, Crypto Cosby Congress and Charting. I played a lot of the testimony, not my opinion or my view of what they were saying, but actually what they were saying. And these two guys right here, in my opinion, stole the show on that particular day. This guy Davidson, he was the only one that brought up Tether. And he had a lot of really awesome in-depth questions on Tether. So, if we're looking at the end of the year, maybe some carryover till spring of this particular market, if that model is correct, what's going to be the thing that causes the pullback? Is it going to be the Binance situation? Maybe. I'm sure seeing a lot of Tether news here on crypto Twitter lately. Now, I don't know if that's just because Bitfinex is tweeting a lot. Sure seeing a lot of Tether news going on up there. So makes me wonder if they're living up to whatever their rules were, whatever their ramifications were for the New York Attorney General. I don't know. Let me back up here and see what you guys are talking about. So you think we're going to retest or drop below 30 before we move? I think we're going to range somewhere maybe between 30 and 40, maybe 42, 45. Maybe as low as 28 before we do that next. That's my opinion. And again, that and a quarter won't even get you a phone call anymore. That's just my opinion. With Bitcoin going sideways, do you think we're still going to have a DeFi summer again? Man, I think we're already having. There are some alts right now that are doing really well. I mean, not really well as, what we're used to with sometimes, but even while Bitcoin is going sideways and pretty much going down, there are some that are doing well. I think you put your money in good projects. I think if there are opportunities for passive income, that you go balls deep into those passive income opportunities and stack and just stack. That's my opinion. Let's see. Those were the days. Oh, yeah. I love that show. Well, I don't know how the Kusama crowd loans are treating me. I did one with Bitfrost, and I did one with oh, I know, brother. Those were the days. That's the name of the song, actually. Where the hell was I? Getting good projects, blah, 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 la, 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 la. See, don't get old, man. That's what happens. You forget right when you're in the middle of a sentence what the hell you were talking about. But, oh, yeah, passive income opportunities. Here's one, and I mentioned it in Tyler's stream yesterday. And I don't know, man. The more I chew on it, the more I am really thinking about it. And hear me out. If you can stake your own, not financial advice, but here's a question. If you can stake your own, use the ohm on the fuse pool by Rary Capital, and still earn rebasing rewards. Would that be a smart move? Would it be a smart move to take out a self-paying loan? I don't know. Sounds intriguing, though. Now, I guess the part of that question that you need to ask yourself that's not inherent in that question is, what would you do with the money that you were borrowing? And if the answer was, well, I'm going to go short Bitcoin or I'm going to go long Bitcoin, why don't you take out a second mortgage and just go to Vegas? Don't be a degenerate gambler. Especially when there's no telling what this market's going to do right now. However, and hear me out, what if you took the money that you got out on the loan using your current staked and buy more ohm and throw it in on top of it? Double dipping. I got to chew on that for a little bit. I'm not suggesting that that's a good idea. I'm not suggesting I'm going to do that. But that sure seemed like a way to help accelerate you'll have the rewards system here. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? No, I did not join the Popsicle Finance pool. Muse is pumping? Cool. Why is Dag mooning? I don't know. I didn't do Moonbeam. Oh, I was talking about, that's what we were talking about, the Kusama crowd loans. So I did, wow, told you I'm all over the place today. So I did the Altair one with Centrifuge, and I did the other one. What was the other one? I just said it, I think. Bitfrost. I did those two. So I don't know. I wonder if Altair is going to make it now. They're only doing 5, right? Yeah, I'm thinking, man. I'm thinking, Chris. I haven't done it yet, but that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. What do I know? All right, so let me come back over here, and I think I'm on this. I did this for a couple of new folks and for a couple of potential folks last Saturday, and I had some interesting DMs, and they all went around, okay, I understand how to get the conversation started with somebody about Bitcoin, with somebody about cryptocurrency and inflation and what's going on. But I just can't seem to make headway with them. I can't seem to make ground with them. And, what do I do next? And the answer is nothing, man. You can't save everybody. You can't save everybody. Hey, we met last January, and if you put in $20 every Friday, you would have put in $3,700. You would have almost a half a Bitcoin, and you turn that almost $4,000 into $15,000. If that doesn't make sense, and with a couple of more mentions of it, you move on, man. You save the ones you can. You help the ones you can. Don't be like the lifeguard that goes out and gets pulled under the water trying to help other people. If this doesn't make sense to it, next. Go to the next one. But we're talking about getting... you thought about the same, Dr. Ed? Yeah, I haven't done it yet, but I'm thinking about it. So, you guys... Whoa. You guys know that I like to do experiments. And I told you I was going to come back and talk about Olympus, Dr. Ed. And that last thing we were talking about as far as taking out a loan, using the rewards that you're going to get paid anyway as a form of paying off the loan is intriguing. But that's not what I wanted to talk about. Because a lot of people still don't understand how it works. And so I did a real quick training video on the explanation of how Ohm works. And it's real simple. It goes just like this.
大会主席先生，
Whoop.
世界卫生组
Fuck
织
you, pay me. Fuck you, pay me. Fuck you, pay me.
Not the Chinese guy. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. All right, so splice here. We're going to cut that part out. How does the Olympus DAO staking program work?
Fuck you, pay me. Fuck you, pay me. Fuck you, pay me.
It works just like that. It works just like that. And so the experiment that I'm doing is this. Right now, the APY is almost 22,000% annually, and that includes compounding. People ask, should I be staking Ohm? And the answer is, if you own Ohm and you're not staking it, you ain't doing it right. You just ain't doing it right. I don't care what the price is here today, because the price is either going to go up or it's going to go down, right? Right now it's $500 a piece. And what we know is that every 5 days we're going to get about an 8% return on our money. Okay, so here's the experiment. I told y'all, I shared with you, well, hang on. I was sharing with you guys before. Uh-oh. What the heck? I was sharing with you guys before about what I was going to be doing with the proceeds from the channel, mainly with sponsored content, how I was going to split it up. Some is going to go to a friend of mine's kids who he passed away a couple of years ago. A fourth of it is going to come to you guys. A fourth of it's going to go into the channel. And I mentioned this before, but and I'm going to come back and talk about it here in a second. But I've got 4 people that I'm going to do an experiment with. 4 people that I want to be doing a tipping thing with. So, so these are the 4 people that I'm going to start this experiment with. I think, Jillian, you're going to get to meet on the next stream. I'm going to have somebody to help me read off the comments and do a better job on that also. But she's a really fun kid, and you guys are going to enjoy her. And then just some other people that I want to help in life, as far as financially make it down the road a little bit also, but also to teach them how to use this. 2 things that you guys complain about: there's not enough adoption, there's not enough people using it, and there's not enough chicks in it. Now, Pierogi is not a chick, Pierogi is a guy. But the other 3 of these are chicks that work for tips. And so what I'm going to do, and I'm going to start tomorrow, Pierogi is this guy here, Scammer Payback. This is like where 25% of my proceeds from anything that I do for sponsored content is going to go. There's a lot of these scam baiters out there, and a lot of them do really funny videos and stuff, and a lot of them do a lot of stuff that, blow up the computers of the scammers and blow up their call center, or, just be funny and waste their time. This guy, I've been watching a lot of him. This guy, I really like his ethos. I really like what he's about. And so I'm also going to set him up a wallet here, because why? DeFi is hot. And where'd that go? And so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start tomorrow, and once a week here for the next couple of months, in your individual wallets, all 4 of you, I'm going to put 1 OHM. And then within your individual wallets, I'm going to have you also doing this as well. So if we do this for 8 weeks and the price stays the same, okay, you do the math. If we do 1 every 2 weeks, that's what, 4,000? All right. But we're also going to grow that. We're going to grow that using this program right here. I'm going to show you how it works. Now, that money that's in these wallets, guys, that's yours at any time. Take care of stuff in the real life if you need to. Help out scam victims. Because again, in crypto, people that are scammed, it's crypto Darwinism. A lot of these folks that this guy helps, that's your grandmas. And, they don't have a whole lot of, there's not a whole lot of crypto Darwinism left for them. So I want to do something for him because he's doing something for other people, but also for the victims as well. And then for you other 3, hey, this will be a nice Christmas gift for you. But do that for about 2 months. And then whenever you set up your own wallet, I'm just going to be custodian of this for you until you set up your own wallet. and then I'll send it to you once you send me your Ethereum address. Avery, I'm going to show you how to do this, sweetheart. All right, so that's that. So if you have some people that work for tips in your life, that might be an idea that might help with adoption. What do you think? Also, hey, pay them a little bit more and save you a little bit more. Out of your credit card and out of your bank account, but it ends up paying them more in the long run anyway. That's a win-win. Can you explain why Ohm is a rebase token? Is that fine, or what implication does that come with? Don, I'm not the foremost expert on how these rebase tokens work. What I can tell you is this, my understanding. So if the price goes up, they mint tokens, which is going to affect the supply. All right. And when the price goes down, they mint tokens. Wait. Price goes up, they mint tokens. Price goes down, they burn tokens. Now, it's a stable coin, but it's not pegged to $1. And that, if that's as clear as mud, I apologize. That's the best that I can do. I hope that helps. 2 of your tips. Thanks. Oh, for XRT and OHM? No, man, all I did, my brother, was pass on, maybe go into a little bit more detail with what Tyler gave us. No, those are Tyler picks, not my picks. Degen Farm, Scheiden already won most recent, right? What is true, my brother? What is true, Thomas? I'm sorry. I didn't see when you typed that. Now, all right, cool, Don, cool. So I asked a question on Twitter and in Telegram, and there is a reason that I asked. Greetings from Slovenia. Because the other part of that experiment that I didn't mention, Dr. Ed, that I'm going to be doing with the proceeds from what I have in the staking pool, a lot of what I'm going to do with the rewards, and I don't know when yet, but it's going to be in August. I don't know the exact date. But I'm going to knock another thing off my bucket list. Why? I don't know. But jumping out of a perfectly good airplane has been on my bucket list for a long time. It's something I've always wanted to do, but I've never done it. In August, when I figure out the exact date, I'm going to do it. The reason that I picked this area is I asked a lot of people that have done it before, you know, like, if you could do it anywhere you want to do it, where would you do it? And some people were saying, oh, well, the ground's coming at you so fast that you don't. Well, I know you do that. You get to do the videos also, but I mean, if I'm going to be, how cool would that be? That just seemed to be the prettiest, the safest area to do it. It's got a national, international airport nearby. It's got, you know, casinos. It's got some things that are only legal in in Nevada. But I figure if I'm going to jump out of a perfectly good airplane, I figure that's where I want to do it. My buddy and I went there a couple of years ago. And just absolutely beautiful country. So the reason that I was asking who lived in the area was sometime in August, man, I'm going to take some of these rewards and I'm going to go knock something off my bucket list. And this is not an officially sanctioned Chico crypto meetup. It's close to his home, though. But it's not an official meeting or anything like that. But I'm going to go do it sometime in August. And as soon as I set down a date, if any of y'all are hip to the idea, man, I'll make sure that I make a big deal about it. Slovenia, greetings. Hi from the Netherlands. Hey, Patricia. No, I don't expect money for the con. Any money that comes from this thing here, man, it's found money. And also the other thing that I have found out, Thomas, is like one of the reasons that I wanted to do that. Number one, like I said, it's to get adoption. It's to get the word out. It's to take some of the reputation that crypto has and put it aside. Like, for instance, and he didn't mean anything by it. It was either him or one of the other ones once. They talked about Bitcoin or something. But let's face it, cryptocurrency doesn't have a real good reputation in the real world because of all the scammers. And I saw him mention something one time about Bitcoin or something. But,
Fuck you, pay me. Fuck.
What happened?
That's it?
Oh, well, I lost the sound here. Am I still good there? Or did I lose? Did I blow out? All right. Well, I lost audio on my end. I don't know if y'all still got it on y'all's end, do you? No, I'm still moving there. All right. No, sound is good. All right. Well, good. I'll take the headphones off. What does it say? Don't expect money for content. Give it tips is welcome, of course. Yeah. Always. But again, selfishly, what I was going to say, Thomas, is what I have found out. And it's not why I do it, but the more that I give, the more that comes back to me. So, if that's a byproduct, awesome. All right, thank you guys. Thank you so much. So, like I said, it's not an official Chico crypto get together. It's not sanctioned, if you will, but I'm going to do it sometime in August, and I took a poll about where the majority of the Chico army was from, and there was a good portion that said Cali and Pacific Northwest. So, anyway, I spent more time on that than I was going to. What else? What else? Poll number 33. What else is out there? Oh, I guess we should talk about what I put on the thumbnail, huh? All right. Let's do that. And it's a pretty simple thing, and then we'll jump into altcoin questions. But can Bitcoin ever truly be free with Tether alive? And I think a lot of you already know the answer to that. And the answer is, well, hell no. We absolutely know that the markets are manipulated. We absolutely know what caused this meteoric whatevers. 19 watching. Cool. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you. Let's see if we can get these likes to 20. God, I don't like the feel of being that guy, but okay, I will. Gonna play the algorithm game here for a little bit. But we know what caused the rise earlier this year. We know it was Tether. We know it was manipulated. We know what's gonna cause the fall. Just the regular timing and the regular markets, but we know that it's not sustainable. You guys just be prepared, man. You guys just be prepared. I'm not saying I'm not chicken little and the sky is gonna crash tomorrow, but Bitcoin can't ever be truly free with Tether alive. And what's Tether's lifespan? Like I said, it sure seems that there is a lot of stuff coming up recently. Just recently this week again in Congress, it came up again. Y'all be careful, man. Y'all be careful. I mean, remember what Archie Bunker said, right?
No, eat it. If you're going to have a change you like, you got to do it right now. I'm going to give you just 30 seconds. Now, come on, cheers.
So just be patient. Be patient. The last dog on the porch gets the bone. Just remember that, all right? Just remember that. Be very, very careful. Let's come see what you guys are talking about. Sound is good, man. Patricia, love. It's all okay. All right. Did I cover everything I was going to cover? I think we covered everything that I was going to cover. So if you guys got some altcoin questions. Where'd it go? All right, so if you guys got some altcoin questions, let's get it rocking. Let's get it rolling. And if y'all don't have any altcoin questions, we'll make it a short stream. There is a great small resort that's halfway between Tahoe and Chico called the Pine Air Resort. This way you can get my uncle to invest and accept cryptocurrency. Oh, so but that's in Cali then and not Nevada, right? Yes, I already called out R. But I got no problem doing it again. Let my pirate chain go. Sorry for that, guy. Sorry for that. Pendle Finance. Yeah, do, Patricia. And again, not financial advice. Not financial advice, but doggone. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm pretty doggone happy with it. So, let's see. So, Polygon-matic. You know, Michael, I'm not the guy. I think that the easy money, I think that the stupid money is already made. Is it going to continue and be whatever for the remainder of this bull run? Probably. I'm just not the L2 guy, man. I only got so much RAM, and so when it comes to a particular... If something doesn't click with me right away, I either look into it deeper, or I just say, all right, I'm going to lean on Tyler. And in this situation, I'm leaning on Tyler. However, I did close my position on XDAI, if that answers your question. And when I did it at $25, I got a whole lot of, oh, stay poor comments. Where is it now? So when I sold this at 25, I got all of the stay poor, Scotty P, stay poor comments. Ha! Now again, I hate it for anybody who's lost money on this one over time if you didn't. But that stay poor comment needs to go, man. That's the worst. What else you guys talking about? Polygonmatic. Pendle Finance. You know what, Chris? I'm in Pendle Finance. I have it. Everything that Tyler talked about in that video about, okay, here, go do this, here, go do this, here, go do this, here, go do this. I did all of those. The one thing that he didn't mention as far as damn it, Malcolm, we need to have a beer sometime, man. We have the same sense of humor, my brother. But I did all of the passive income things that you can with Pendle, with the exception of the taking the Pendle and the ETH and putting those into the liquidity pool. So I don't know how it's going. I think price-wise, I'm a little down. What? About 12% down, I think. Yes, I already called him out. What's your favorite altcoin on page 1 for the current price? Ooh. That's a good question, Don. With the understanding that this is not financial advice. Bitcoin again. I hope the music's playing while I'm doing this. Otherwise, this is even more boring. Boy, how about that call that Tyler made the other day on this one? That one had a real big day. My favorite on page 1 at the current price. Well, DAI hasn't gone up since the last... Man, I don't know. I mean, back to the thumbnail. Back to the thumbnail when we talk about... you know, will Bitcoin ever truly be free with Tether alive? I think the same question can be said about, hey, when are the rest of these tokens here going to completely uncouple from Bitcoin? I don't know, man. I like Polka at this price. I liked it even better a couple of days ago. I think at the current price, if that's my only, if that's my only choice, probably. Damn it! I was just about to say it and I lost it. Probably the graph. Do I have? You sound like Paul Rowe. Okay, that's great, Malcolm. That's freaking awesome. The Pine Air Resort is in a small town called Twain in Cali. Oh, I tell you what, hit me a message in Telegram, and I'll let you know why I can't do that. The only reason I can't do that, unless I do it twice in a week, which my understanding is worth it. Do I have any thoughts? I think Jessica Alba is hot as heck, to answer your question. And this new thing that she's done with on Netflix, this comedy thing, which is kind of a takeoff on Bad Boys, is pretty good, pretty cute. All right, you didn't want Jessica Alba? You wanted Alt? All right, let's take a look. ALBT. Alliance Block, 40 cents. Oh, it's been out since last September. Don't know a cotton thing, blah, blah, blah. Splice here. I don't know a cotton picking thing about it, but guess what? I got something to do later tonight. I can't go to the fireworks show. My poor dog here will be a nervous wreck. I mean, the only thing that I don't like about it at first glance is that the trading volume is only 3 million to be out this long. But it is a bear market. How long? It's a bear portion of it. I don't know, man. What number is it? What do they do? I don't know enough to give you a decent answer. I don't know anything about it, but I'll certainly take a look at it, my brother. I certainly will. EWT. Oh yeah, I love me some Energy Web, man. Love me some Energy Web. But yeah, Carlos, I'm all about helping. Everything that you said there. The only thing that becomes an issue with me, and part of the story is one thing, but yeah, send me a message. So you guys keep coming with some alt suggestions if you got any. I wanted to show you what I was looking at before the show started, and there was just such a nothing news thing going on. Except for this, which finally came out when Coinbase has hired an army of support staff to keep customers happy. Well, holy cow. I mean, how much did they make in money over the last 3 years? I guess their customer service staff of 3 people was feeling a little overworked. God, that was so frustrating. As much money as they've made, I would be embarrassed to have. I would just be embarrassed to be the people that released that story. Yeah, EY, and it takes a crack. Ernst & Young is now going to solve the gas problem on... Okay. I saw this question, and I didn't care enough to... really go in and read it. But my question is this. Anybody that's having these thoughts, unless they're talking about just being, okay, Robinhood going public. Okay, so different arena. I was like, it's not a battle at all. It's not a comparison at all. You got one that sells Bitcoin. You got one that sells Bitcoin derivatives. And conversation over, but it's talking more about fighting in the real world markets. Interesting. Huh. All right, let's come back and see what you guys are talking about. Do I have any? And see, you caught my attention when Carbon Swap was first released and it was already available there to trade. Really? Interesting. Any thoughts on Ren and other bridges that it can help with? No, I missed the Ren bus, guys. I missed it. Huh? Maybe not. I don't know. I guess my problem with the Ren situation, and what we've been going for an hour and 8 minutes. I'm fine. I've got nothing to do for the moment. Like I said, my dog will go crazy. My dog will go crazy if I leave him alone here tonight when the fireworks going on. But, I mean, we can talk here for a while if you guys want. I may have to get a refill on my tea. Actually, might go ahead and tap out on that right now. But I guess, Alex, let me come back and answer your question. As far as the bridges, I'm not... As far as bridges for me is concerned, when XDAI has their chain and they have a bridge, I learned how to use XDAI's chain. When PolkaSwap has their bridge, or Energy Web has their bridge, or these different bridges are built, I understand how to use each one of them. As far as how to break that down into the technical side, dude, you're way the hell over my head. Way the hell over my head. To me, the perfect exchange, and maybe this is what PolkaSwap is supposed to be, but if I was a developer, what I would build would be one DEX. Don't expect the users to have to learn how to use any bridge. It ought to be programmed into your DEX that goes out to all these other chains and then comes back with the information. And I don't have to learn how to do this bridge and do that and go through this process. You're the fucking experts. I'm sorry. You're the experts. You've figured this out. But when you can get it to work like that, then we're where we should be. And I know we're early. Caught my attention at carbons. Did I partake in the gelato or the sorbet finance? No, sir, I didn't. What is my opinion on metric exchange? I've never used them. Is it a, I assume it's an exchange, but is it a, yeah. Um, ouch. Oh, ouch. Whoever bought the top. Ouch. Maybe the exchange works really well. I don't know what kind of volume that they have. As far as the token itself, and I don't know if you were talking about the exchange or the token, but since there's a 20-second delay, hopefully your answer will be there by the time that I come back. As a token, I'd be concerned of the lack of volume. I like the supply, I don't like the volume. Gasless limit orders any pair. All right, well now you're wearing my favorite garter belt. Come back and look at that one later. All right, hey, thank you for the tip. Good tip. I wish it had more volume. The Ren bus swung around to pick you. Yeah, I guess it did. I don't know, Jose, have you used these guys before? Let me bring them back over here. Have you used these guys before? And there's a 20-second delay, so let me run downstairs and get a refill on sweet tea because my antihistamine is kicking in. All right, sorry about that. Sorry about that. You know what I just thought of? All right, there we go. Let me come back and read your answer. Blah, blah, blah. Not financial advice, but what's your go-to platform? Hang on, let me see if he... okay, let me finish Jose's question first, and then let me come back up. If you have... Yes, you've staked with them. They give coin holders who stake 40% of the transactions. Interesting. They are in the build ecosystem. Is it, and I'm going to ask one more question. Let me bot back up and answer these. Is it a decentralized exchange where you hold your tokens, or is it not your keys, not your cheese? And while we wait for your answer, I'm going to bot back up here and answer these. AVAX, is that Avalanche? Yeah. Again, I don't know enough about him to give an honest or fair review or opinion. I mean, the volume is there. The supply is, I know that there's a lot of people that are really high on them. I never got bit by the bug for whatever reason. My go-to platform in terms of passive income, Joey Chestnut just ate 76 hot dogs in 10 minutes. Oh my gosh. Let's take a moment of silence to acknowledge Joey Chestnut's incredible accomplishment. As long as they don't show him being wheeled off in an ambulance. My go-to platform. Well, the one that we started talking about last July. Hang on, let me make sure I'm on the. Whoops. The one and hopefully some people that took advantage of this then just put it in there and forgot about it. But XRT liquidity pool is the mother of all set it and forget it. So last July, I threw in 2 ETH and 2 ETH worth of XRT into the liquidity pools and just left it alone. So what was the price of ETH last July? Okay, so Ethereum was $230. So I took $460 worth of ETH and $460 worth of XRT and threw them into the liquidity pool and just left them alone. And between the liquidity pool rewards and the extra bonus that the team gives us every week, except for some reason they hadn't deposited earlier this week, even though they were earned, I saw. Says what, 400, took $920, and thus far, unrealized gains are looking at about, and I am going to tell you a dollar amount here this time because I want it to sink in and make sense. $34,000. Just in throwing in $460 worth of ETH and $460 worth of XRT and just letting it set and grow. And then also taking those rewards and then throwing those into the liquidity pool as well. If you have enough REN, you can create a node and make fees when people move Bitcoin onto ETH. Interesting. See, I just don't, I don't know that. All right, so here's the magic question from your statement. You say, if you have enough, what is that magic number? They give coin holders who stake 40% of their transactions, people that LP 60% of the metric holders. All right, let me try this one more time. They give coin holders who stake 40% of the transactions and people that LP 60% of the transactions. Got it. Oh, interesting. Of any particular pool or of all pools? Let's see. And Chris, what are you yesing to? I'm sorry, Chris. I know you asked the avalanche question earlier, but I don't know what your yes is to. But yeah, that I would say that my go-to was XRT. The Alchemist. Guys, if you own Mist, not financial advice, if you own Mist, get them into a crucible. And then, so here, I'll let me put this in the chat. All right, so this is for Miss Alex. This was what I was gonna walk you through last weekend. And I have this on Virgin Wallet. Yes, okay. So, a crucible is only their version of yield farming. So the first thing that you have to do is go and add liquidity. And you put in however many,
No,
and it'll tell you how much Ethereum. And
if you're
you
going to
do
have
that
a change you
whole
like,
thing.
you
So
got to
you've
do
done
it right
that
now.
And
I'm
then
gonna
after
give
you
you just
do
30
that, you
seconds.
just
Now, come
follow
on,
the
shit.
directions around here. And the end of, can y'all hear my dog snoring? Uh-oh.
That's it? You had $1 million. You do 2 chicks at the same time?
Damn straight. Always wanted to do that, man.
Woo. Well, I don't know what the hell just happened there. Sorry about that, whatever the hell that was. My goodness gracious. And I don't know where I went off or whatever, but yeah, Alchemist has been one of the best passive incomes for me as well. As the first Aludel terminated, when I got to feel and touch and hold all the reward that came out of that, it was substantial. It was substantial. Yeah, I was pretty happy with it. All right. We got anything else here? Let's see. Oh, okay. So, yes, it is a decentralized exchange. Awesome. Oop, no problem. Oh, that was your reply to Ava. All right, cool. I need to mint. Yeah, get them minted, Blue Satoshi. Get them minted. Get them minted. So, we've been on for an hour and a half. I'm out of things to talk about. Are you guys, ask your question or or we're going to go ahead and wrap it up? 100,000 is a lot. Oh, 100,000. Oh, okay. So you need 100,000 of the RINs. Oh, wow. Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri. What is 100,000 times 38? Don't listen to me, Siri. Hey, Siri. What is 100,000 times 0.385? So, $39,000. And how much is minting? What percentage of my holdings do you use to mint a crucible? Especially here at the first, I threw a much bigger portion in, because I knew a couple of things were going to happen. First of all, I knew that the rewards are higher at the beginning. I also know that not everybody checks their crypto like everybody else does all the time. I also assumed that some people just wouldn't be able to figure out in time. In other words, I figured that the rewards payout here at the beginning was going to be higher than it would be later on down the road. So I threw a bigger portion in. I mean, you do have to do the liquidity pool. So that whole don't invest more than you can afford to lose comes into the equation, because now you're putting ETH in as collateral when you make the liquidity pool deposit. So kind of comes back to don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Do you have an approximate idea of the relative? No, I don't. I really don't. All I know is that I have more for throwing them into the crucible than I would just holding them in my wallet. But I hold some in my wallet and I hold some in my crucible. So there are only 10,000 nodes possible. I don't have a big position, but a lot of other people do. Interesting. There's only 10,000. Is there a way, Alex, to... Because if I was applying for a job, or in this case, put it on the business world, if I was wanting to put up collateral in this business, okay, there's only 10,000, you're going to get X%. Okay, great. My next question is, well, how many Bitcoin are being turned in to wrapped Bitcoin? Because it seems, if anybody just wants wrapped Bitcoin, they can buy it. But how many people are doing the converting on a daily basis? I guess that's the question I would ask. And if we don't really have any more questions, I think as soon as I get Alex's answer to that, if he knows, I think we'll wrap it up. Boy, I tell you, Dogecoin partygoers danced for free Doge at Million Doge Disco. What is this, April 1st? Interesting. Had y'all seen this? I mean, I knew that Bitcoin's, the difficulty drop was happening. I didn't realize we just had record mining levels, biggest difficulty drop ever. Interesting. Unless that's what Tyler was talking about in his video the other day, and forget what I just said. I heard it all. You suggest minting all mist in same crucible, or split them up, or add on to? there is no advantage of spreading them out. So for convenience sake, and also probably gas fees stake, it might make more sense to have them all in one place, especially since my understanding is that you're going to be able to use this Crucible as a wallet and then move the wallet from here to there. Would be pretty cool. Do I have a profit in the last few weeks? No, and it wouldn't necessarily be a fair comparison because in those last few weeks, all of my wallets were cranking at the max multiplier, at that 10x multiplier. So that's when you really start making the money. So if it doesn't take the cheese off your nachos, get into it sooner rather than later, because it's not as much about how much you have in, but what that multiplier effect is. So you want to get to that 10x multiplier, that max multiplier, as quick as possible. 128. Oh, ranked 128. Okay, yeah, that's what I would want to know is how many are being. Because if you tell me you get 100% of all Bitcoin turned into wrap Bitcoin, but it only happens like once every 8 months. I mean, do I care? or is that opportunity cost that could be better split other people? Split up to multiple crucibles unless you are going to sell them down the line. As far as I think, and maybe I'm mischaracterizing here, and if so, please, I don't want to shove words in your mouth. But the way that I took his questions was from a earning aspect, not necessarily for a ease of use scenario, and that's what I was basing my answer on. Hey, Alex, you take care, my brother. You take care. So 40. Hey Don, is that the number for? Is that the number for how many Bitcoin get switched into wrap Bitcoin every day, or every year, or every month, or what? Oh, never mind. You're talking Elon talk here. Never mind. I'll shut up. And actually, it makes it just as good as sense to go ahead and tap out here. I've kind of run out of things. It looks like you guys have run out of things. And just want you guys to remember to have fun and take care of each other. Pay yourself first, because nobody else will. Nobody else will. Until we talk next time, man. Sunshine, lollipops, rainbows, unicorns, and all those good things to you and to everybody that's important to you in your life. And we'll talk to you next time. Vaya con huevos. I never can do it like these guys do. Vaya con huevos.